morning, everybody. It is a lovely Sunday morning, and I am drinking my Great Bologna, headed on to work. I want to know your thoughts. I'm just kind of curious. I really like it, and I was expecting it to taste like Dimetapp because that's what everybody was saying. It tastes like grape soda. It reminds me of a grape soda that I used to drink growing up that was by a grocery chain called Albertsons. They had a grape soda, and we liked that kind because A, it was tasty, and B, it was like 25 cents a can. Do you even remember when soda was 25 cents a can? I'm showing my age right now, but it was great. And I'm sorry it's so shaky. I'm in my car. I'm driving to work right now. But it's good stuff. I like it. And it's bubbly. I like bubbles. Bubbles are great. Even though I've had, gastric sleep and stuff like that. As long as you burp, you're fine. I'm not too proud. I will burp. So it's fine. Anyway, so yeah, I'm on my way to work. Today, so it's Sunday, I've got caregiving. I just have one client that's 10 hours. She's got vascular dementia. Funniest little lady ever. She's so much fun. She couldn't hear a bomb going off next to her head. If you know, you know. But if anybody is a fan of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, the aunt that comes that can't hear, that's what it reminds me of. That sings says the Pledge of Allegiance at to the Christmas prayer. Anyway, funny stuff. Funny stuff. I'm on my way to work. She's pretty easy. I am, for the first time, testing out not wearing my binder on my abdomen. I just need a break. So I am 7.5 weeks post-op. Will I regret it? Probably. So 7.5 weeks ago, I had a tummy tuck, paniculectomy. Probably saying it wrong. I don't care. The swelling's been pretty under control lately, so I lightened my load off up a lot at work. So I'm doing pretty good with that. So I'm like, take a break from it for a day and see. I slept without it last night. It was different. It's like sometimes the pressure of the binder makes you feel like more comfortable almost. It's hard to explain, but so it was just like a lot of freedom. Didn't sleep great last night. I don't think that's the reason why. I have insomnia, so I'm not sure if it was just because I have insomnia. I didn't take any sleeping aids at all last night. Normally I have to triple up in order just to get 6 hours of sleep. But I just was kind of experimenting last night, and I'm like, okay, well, let's try without it. So I went to bed around 1. I was up at 4, and then up and down until I got out of bed again later on. So it's about 8 now. I'm heading to my client. It's a beautiful day out. The clouds are very thin. Not a lot, but it's blue skies with some clouds. Gorgeous weather. I'm sure it's going to be hot as Hades out here. It's already, it's in the 8 o'clock time frame. It's already 82, but this is Florida, which is code for hell when it comes to weather. I don't know about you, but I am a Florida transplant. I came from Oregon, and I still never gotten used to this humidity. I've been here over 20 years. Not used to the weather. I'm not a fan of the weather. One day I hope to go back to Oregon, where I'm from. That's where I want to be. Sounds very redundant, but I want the heck life updates. What's been going on with me? I don't know how much I can speak to this. Hopefully don't end up regretting this, but I work for a really large healthcare company, and they announced last week, I think. Maybe it was the week before. I don't even know. It's been a blur and stressful, but they announced that they're doing voluntary layoffs. So, I got into healthcare. I've always been in healthcare, but as my main job, I've been in healthcare for a long time now, and the reason why was job security. And now the push for AI to take over is just ridiculous. I get it, because it's like a cost savings thing, but working in healthcare, that there has to be a human touch. Like, there's certain things that AI just doesn't have the capabilities of doing. So with the caregiving that I do, obviously it has to be people. They don't have robots that can do caregiving yet. But for the office type work I have, they're trying to push it out and have it be all AI, whatever. So anyway, the company I work for is doing a 40% reduction of all staff. Now, this is a huge company. I can't even, without saying what company it is, I can't even, reiterate how big this company is. It's a monster. And they're doing 40% reduction in all staff nationwide. So how I understand what they're doing is, first they're doing voluntary separation plan, and you can choose to be laid off with severance. And severance, of course, is based primarily on your tenure. So I've been with this company for 13 years. So I had a pretty sizable severance, I think. Then the second round and possibly third round is going to be mandatory layoffs. I'm assuming with a less attractive severance package. Yeah, severance package. And that's all good to find. So, the thing is you don't know what departments are going to be mandatory layoffs, if they're going to get rid of whole departments, partial departments, whatever. And the caveat is that if you are voluntary, you can apply to be part of the voluntary layoff, right? But that doesn't guarantee they're going to accept your voluntary application. So there's so many unknowns. I decided, just based on everything that I've got going on in my life, so I've got multiple streams of income. I am management level, which, my salary is great, I think. But, I make a 6-figure salary. I put in the work for it, though, you better believe. But I've got multiple streams of income. I've recently started my own business, consulting. And then I'm trying to make social media happen, just because, as I've stated before, I want to be that person that I needed when I needed it the most, and I needed to hear certain things that nobody else was really talking about. That sounds so cliche, right? But, so I've just got all these things going on, and I feel like it's God's way of saying, hey, Melissa, it's time. I think that, it's the push that I need. I want to throw myself into my business. I will not stop caregiving. I love what I do. I would like to personally start a caregiving agency. That would be tremendous. I love the hands-on approach to caregiving and everything else like that. I think it's great. But yeah, so I applied to participate in this program. I think for me it's the right choice. But immediately after I applied, I had a whole bunch of people try to talk me out of it, which I have some time to change my mind. But I don't want to change my mind. My house is paid off. I have the luxury opportunity for me to take a chance on myself. And like I said, I want social media to happen. So we'll see what happens. I am excited. I won't know until July, sometime in July, if they're actually even going to accept my application to be voluntarily bought out. So fingers crossed, I want out. And if it's denied, that's okay. What I'm going to do is keep working, and I'm going to start stashing cash and paying off my overhead, and I'm still going to leave eventually. It's just going to take longer. I'm one of those people that's like no filter, as you'll learn as time goes on, like no filter, not like malicious or anything like that, but I'm just like a very, what you see is what you get. Hold on one sec. What you see is what you get, and unapologetic. I'm my authentic self 100% of the time. I can't do fake, because even when like when you're in those situations, when you're around people that you're not quite fond of for whatever reason, like it's very apparent with me when I just like try and be fake nice. It's just, I look uncomfortable